Hi, sorry I didn't post last week. Know that I was supposed to, but things were happening and then too many days passed, and so I'm like, ah. So I'm back this week, and this week's topic is awkward trans questions and how you deal with it. Most of the time when I get awkward trans questions, I do panels at the college I'm at, so it's like in where people ask questions and you answer them, and that's mostly where the awkward trans questions for me come from. Um, and because it's like in a place where I know that awkward questions are going to be at, it's easier for me because it's not just unexpected. Uh, but when there's like awkward questions like, oh, well, how do you have sex? Or, oh, well, what do your genitals look like or whatever? Or, oh, what are you gonna do for, you know, this or this or this or this? I mostly answer like, if I want to, I answer for myself. Sorry, my camera's like moving everywhere because I'm holding it. Um, and I'm just in a chair. But it's like, I'll answer for myself personally, maybe, and then I also answer like general things like, well, some people do this and some people do this, and or like some people do this, and then I always answer like, but it's a community, so every person is different. So I sort of answer their question, but don't let it be like a stereotype question, which I think is helpful when it comes to in a classroom environment where they're asking questions and things. When it comes to asking not in that environment and like friends ask, well, yeah, not very many friends ask, but ask awkward questions. But I have gotten it. It's very awkward, obviously, because it's considered awkward questions. But it's sort of like, well, you know, I need to. Well, I used to be a very closed off person, and I'm much better now that I'm a more open person. So it's like, well, there's not many things that I hide from people, and I mean, either if I am too awkward about it and I don't really want to answer that, I tell them like, Google is there. You can Google it. Otherwise, I'll just answer it or do very vague answers and tell them I'm not really comfortable to answer that or not. I don't know if any of this is helpful or not. But that's how I deal with it. It's sort of like, well, as long as they ask and, they realize it's an awkward question and they say, like, oh, I know this might be like an awkward question for you or whatever, but I want to know. That's a lot different than just being like, hey, how do you people have sex? It depending on like that kind of tone really does make it a lot less awkward because it's, hey, they want to learn and they don't they feel close enough that they want to ask and they feel comfortable enough asking me, which is always sort of nice, even though it is an awkward question. So I guess that's it, and I'll try to not be as rambly next time. And okay, see you next week, I guess.